Hey crew, Mark Handmaker here. A little quick insert from our most recent product, the Gunfighter Clinch, which is was the special for this month, February. Only one more day to get it at the discount price, unless you're a Black Box member. On that, obviously, in the Clinch, we're talking about how we are doing everything to for weapon retention and to steal a weapon off of someone else. And in that, we do demonstrate with the gun belt and then the firearms and such. I use the rigs I have, which are always going to be 6-shooters, old school cowboy firearms. And again, we can't definitely work it with your standard semi-autos and all that. One thing we kind of briefly did on there was a bit of a filigree. Everything on there is real deal and how to work. I do want to mention that whenever you're working solo and this sort of stuff, take your gun belt, whatever you've got. I strap it on the heavy bag so I can run and do all the smothers and the muffles, and we can do the either stealing from your own belt, stealing from the other belt, stealing with the cavalry draw, and also on there we do a little bit of a fillip on it, F-I-L-L-I-P, meaning we talk about doing a kind of a straight-on flip, a cavalry draw, which means whenever you're reaching across that gun belt, that the butt's going to be facing away from you. By the way, this is a full weighted aluminum mock-up here, so I don't throw an actual real deal gorgeous one on the ground. Make sure you practice, at least I do. I practice everything with the full weight, and with that, and same thing when we're working with a live human being, same thing. We're going to be safe where you can, but full weight, and also make sure it hurts as well. I go with the aluminum. I like metals over the rubber guns. But I'm talking about, sure, we know when we're stealing off the belt, we got the same side, we're running in with that underhook clench, bam, we've got it. If we don't have the same side, obviously we can move in cavalry draw and we run over that again and again on there. But there was one from the old days that has a little bit of a like I said, the fillip, the kind of ornamentality to it is when they're reaching in straight on. They don't do the wrist flip on it. They reach in straight on with it, come right back out, and got the flip with it, which is kind of a neat thing to do. You can do it really up to speed, but I don't trust it in the chaos when we're doing an actual run through because you get knocked around with it. But if you're wanting to try it, and I can do it with a semi-auto as well, you can do it with a semi-auto as well, but I got to stay with my temple of choice, right? You're going to take these back 2 fingers right here, your little finger and your ring finger, and those come in at the high on the butt. So it means it's not coming in low. These 2 fingers right here hook around. See if I can throw that out there. That thumb will then have space to be on top of that. We're not doing that though. We're just hooking with those 2 only, leaving these hands out like we're doing a little gunfighter with 2 fingers. You see that? So these 2 fingers hook right at the very edge where you could lay your thumb on it if you need to, but everything else stays out like that. That does the exit on everything. And then we have the flip into a variation of the rotation spin. Now, once we're in tight, obviously, if we're using with the single action, we got the thumb we can actually pull off on it. Another thing that was done was rake off the belt to cock it and then stick it right in the guts. Do the same thing and then rake past the body again to recock it. And then if we're working semi-autos, we don't need anything like that. But there was a lot of smartness on there to make sure you knew what you're doing. Anyway, that's a small tip. It's a bit that ornamental fillip in there. It's not what you need for the Gunfighter's Clinch. Gunfighter Clinch is all straight ahead, real deal stuff. But for anyone who was curious when they already viewed the material, how exactly is that happening? I thought I explained that two finger rule to get that worked out for you. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. It's a blast. Real deal work on that one, but if not, you grab your stuff, works with the semi-auto, it works as well. It's just not nearly as cool and aesthetically pleasing, at least to me, because, my deal is old school, old west, rough and tumble stuff. So there you go. Coming tomorrow, oh man, grappling heaven. So here comes my thumb.